Welcome to a new episode of the Jason Beck Show. I'm your host, Jason Beck, and I wanted to welcome you to another episode, another show of the Live Better, the Jason Beck Show. On today's show, it's pretty much an obvious one where we're going to talk about Doordash. And I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience with them, talk a little bit about them, highs, the lows, pros, the cons, all that stuff. There's just headaches and stuff, and it's so crazy. So let's get into DoorDash. So for some of you, you may not know, maybe you don't know. I've been driving with DoorDash since last year. I got tired of washing dishes, and I'm like, I had enough. And I decided, no, I'm going to go do delivery driving. Yeah. Well, the whole point of it was not to do delivery driving every single day, and I felt like my whole life was just being poured into delivery driving, and the reason why I took it so I could have some flexibility to where I could take time off when I wanted to, or do things that I planned and wanted to do that I didn't get to do. It wasn't until now, where during this pandemic, that I realized that, hey, you know what? I can finally, take some more time for myself. And with that flexibility, the nice thing about DoorDash is the flexibility. If I need to go to the doctor's, right? I need to go see someone, I need to make an appointment, there's something I need to do, I don't have to go and ask a boss, hey, boss, can I have the day off? Can I have this time off to see my counselor, or see this, or do this? I don't have to. So that's the kind of the nice thing about it, then versus, like, you say a pizza delivery driver, for example, they have to go deliver in a certain area, even if they don't want to. Versus, to me, if I get an offer delivering to like a shady part of town, or to a part of town that, or just the mileage in the guarantee does not make sense, if they want me to go 18 miles for only $9, not worth it, not worth my time, so basically, the pros, cons. I gave you some of the pros, maybe some of the cons. Some of the cons is like, your finances are going to fluctuate with the market, basically on what's going on. You look during the pandemic, it's kind of slowed down a bit. One thing that DoorDash did that I can understand, they were being nice to, like, restaurant workers and people and other drivers, and letting them on the platform. But the downfall to that is all your current drivers got a reduction in orders, in deliveries. We're not getting the same amount. So a lot of us, this is our livelihood, but a lot of us do multi-app. We do use other apps to hop on, or if DoorDash is slow, and then we hop on another app. You got to, in this gig economy, to be able to have that flexibility, to be able to do that. Another con, I would say, kind of like DoorDash, they do like schedules. So you have to schedule yourself in order to dash. So that's the only, it's kind of like, yeah, you're independent, but you're going to kind of be like an employee because you're on the schedule. And I get it. You don't want to, like, oversaturate one market, but when you're already oversaturated because of what's going on, how does that help? It'd be kind of nice for them to have like a run on demand feature, but I guess you can do that if you get Top Dasher, but you have to hit certain requirements in order to get that. I had Top Dasher for 1 month. The nice thing about it is I could dash at any time. and that was nice. But I didn't really take advantage of it. If I would have dashed it every time, dashed 7 days a week, if I was smart, I would have gone to any place that had peak time or the highest peak time, that wasn't too far away to be able to make an extra, per delivery. So, basically, about this time when this all craziness hit, I did pretty good. I mean, the start was like, okay, everybody's at home. I'm going to make some more, money and get more deliveries. And I did it first, but then kind of dwindled and dwindled and dwindled. And then I got my stimulus check and it was like, you know what? No, I'm taking a month off. I'm taking time off. Now, if I rewind the clock, would have been smart of me just to get whatever deliveries I could, make a little extra cash. Yeah, you know, absolutely, that would have helped. And that one thing with Doordash, you don't know, they're actually all based on, their ownership is from China. So, it's like when you call customer service, it's like sometimes it's hard to understand them. Thankfully, it really hasn't been an issue on my part as far as understanding them. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like DoorDash could do a lot better in a lot of different areas. I mean, for one, is their app. Oh my gosh! And if you're a dasher, you're listening, then you probably know what I'm talking about here. Door Crash Fridays. It seems like almost every Friday or once a week, the app crashes or something happens within the app. Obviously, because last week, we had the Google outage, so that wasn't really like DoorDash's fault. That was because none of my apps worked on my Google phone. But if you had an iPhone, it worked just fine. So, I would love to hear your comments. If you've ordered from DoorDash, what have been your experiences or things that you've encountered? And then if you are a dasher, I'd love to hear about your experiences being a dasher. Like, how's it helped you? Are you doing this full time? You doing this part time? Definitely love to hear more from you guys. And I don't really have a whole lot more to say as far as right now. I'm sure there'll be a lot more that I can talk about in the future with DoorDash and kind of my experience with them. But what I can tell you is that working in the gig economy, never take it for granted. Always multi-app. Always have a backup plan. Uh, Learn to build multiple streams of income. That's all I can say. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, please like, please comment. And when you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell. So that way you can get notified whenever I drop a video and another episode of the Jason Beck Show. I am your host, Jason Beck. Have a great day.